With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The field, and that is Lightning Wraps. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wraps. Get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wraps, the most affordable designs made at your leisure. When you need the best designs in your fleet of vehicles, there's only one brand name that many trust in. One that makes every car pop out from the rest of the field, and that is Lightning Wraps. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wraps. Get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wraps, the most affordable designs made at your leisure.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome, of course, to the Lightning Esports Next Gen Cup Series as we get ready for tonight's events from the virtual Homestead Miami Speedway. Looks like we're getting the field gridded here. My name's Wesley Outland, getting ready for 80 laps around Homestead Miami Speedway tonight, and let's take a look at, obviously, the drivers that are getting ready to hit the racetrack. Got a good field of them, close to 20 drivers ready to hit the 1.5-mile Homestead Miami Speedway. Robert Reynolds will be on the pole in, obviously, the number 84 machine, followed by Robert Kahn, Chantel Pottle in the 5, followed by Chris Luttrell, row number 2. Then it's going to be Jason Blaney, followed by Mike Rideout, row number 3. John Tiller, Corey Stahl make up row 4. Matthew Hoffert, Robert Warren's your top 10. Looks like these drivers will get ready for their preliminary laps and will be ready to go for the race. As it looks like your drivers, including in the back of the top 10, Jason Henry, Nathan Line, Chris Schusler, followed by Sean Burke, Shane Ledoux, Johnny DiPasquale, followed by Wally Babb, Jeffrey Vickery, and Michael Bollinger as the drivers that are ready to go to racing here at the Homestead Miami Speedway. And as you see, we're not wasting any time as the green flag flies. By the way, I'm Wesley Outland. Thanks for joining us on Speed Zone TV as we're underway with tonight's Lightning Esports Next Gen Series race here at Virtual Homestead. And we already got trouble. Oh my goodness, a couple of cars have already wrecked in turn number 1 and 2. Dropping down to the bottom of the apron. Will they come to a rest? This will draw a caution flag just as fast as we got started with the race. The yellow flag will come out. And we'll take a look at a replay. It happened in the back of the pack. This will put us under our first caution. Watch this here on Speed Zone TV instant replay, and that's the 61. Correction, the 91. My apologies. No, it is a 61. Yeah. The 61 car involved there. Hard hit for him to put us obviously under the caution flag for the first time. Coming into tonight's event, Robert Warrens is the points leader, by the way. He's got about a 5-point lead over John Tiller. 4 wins on the year for Warrens, of course. Average finish of 8th. Other drivers with wins this year include also Jason Blaney. He's got 1 win, looking at the top 12 in the point standings. So Robert Warrens has been no doubt the dominator of the series, if you will, for the Lightning Esports Next Gen Cup car. Lights are off on the pace car. We'll get ready for a restart here as the caution coming out. By the way, if you're tuned in on Speed Zone TV, this is a pre-recorded race broadcast, so you'll probably see the laps jump ahead, kind of like me doing a MAV TV voiceover, if you will, for network TV. So you'll see the laps jump ahead like that right now on lap 4 of 80. We'll get ready to come back to the Geico restart zone, and we'll try this again after an incident involving, obviously, the 61 of Chris Schusler involved in an accident. Jeffrey Vickery behind the wall. Michael Bollinger is out, so we're down already to 17 drivers left on the racetrack. Pace car is about to drop onto the pit lane. We'll get ready for the first restart of the night with Con and Blaney right there on the front row as the green flag flies again here at Homestead, and we're back underway. Jason Blaney on the bottom of the racetrack. Robert Kahn will battle on the outside, side by side. Corey Stahl right there behind them. That's for that third spot. Waiting patiently, Hoffert Luttrell, 4 and 5, and that's right now single file as they work up against the safer barrier into turn number 3. Jason Blaney up in that front position right now as they'll get ready to work their way off the corner here at Homestead off 4. Blaney, Kahn, Stahl, they're single file in the top 3. They'll cross the line and work back into turn number 1. By the way, thanks to everybody that's watching live for the, obviously, replay for tonight's Lightning Esports Next Gen Series event from Homestead. Pat's Fan 12873, hello, thanks for tuning in. Obviously, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the YouTube broadcast for Speed Zone TV. And thanks to all the other partners that make it happen, including, obviously, Butt Kicker and Game Z Fitness, Lightning Wraps. Appreciate also VBR Racing, Genesis Technologies, iRacing, and Virtual Velocity Racing as well. All of those partners making the broadcast happen here for the Lightning Esports Next Gen Series. Say that 3 times fast on Speed Zone TV. There is, of course, the 64 machine, or the 94, my apologies, working his way around the racetrack. Matthew Hoffert actually in 84. There you see his car working down the front straightaway. That's actually the driver in 4th position. It's like we've got now the 10 Valvoline machine off the pace. Falling back, Jason Henry. As all this goes on, we work another lap on the board. Again, this is a 80-lap race as these drivers for the Lightning Esports Next Gen Series running tonight at the virtual Homestead Miami Speedway. Let's kind of give you the lay of the land, if you will, of what Homestead Miami Speedway is logistically. Obviously, with the, the as I call, dimensions of the racetrack. Watching these drivers again work their way around the speedway here. So Homestead Miami Speedway, obviously a 600-acre facility located just south of Miami in the Homestead area. Homestead, Florida, to be exact. There's also a 2.21-mile road course, a part of the racetrack. The oval track has 18 to 20 degrees of variable banking, 3 degrees on the front straightaway. The front and the back stretch are both 1,760 feet long. The track is 55 feet wide as we're 2 laps in of the race so far. Obviously, you hear us mention 18 to 20 degrees of banking, and the reason why is the higher up the banking you go, the more banked it becomes, more flatter on the bottom of the apron as we are. You'll hear us use the word, obviously, or you'll hear me use the word precision banking, and we got a caution on the racetrack. Yellow flag will fly. Second one of the night here at Virtual Homestead. I believe it's a problem on the 21 machine That will trigger another yellow flag here on Speed Zone TV, and let's take a look at it and see what happened. So we'll get ready to look at the instant replay. It looked like it was the 21. Oh, the 91 actually. Shane Ledoux. Shane Ledoux there involved, and I think Robert Kahn was the guy we showed. Maybe he might have got a piece of it, but it looks like he did not, as a Sunoco number 91, putting us under the yellow flag here. So another caution coming out. This is our second caution of the race. We're going to take a quick break. We'll thank Butt Kicker and other sponsors. We'll be back for the restart from Homestead when we return on Speed Zone TV. Back here on Speed Zone TV coverage of the Lightning Esports Next Gen Series. My name's Wesley Outland. I'll carry with you the final three races of the season. It looks like we'll get ready for a restart here. Usually, we're scheduled to do these races I believe it's going to be every Monday night at 6 o'clock. I think is what it is. But due to yesterday's crazy schedule for me and producer of Speed Zone TV, Chan Pottle, we were not able to do yesterday, so we're doing it on this Tuesday night. But I think our plan is, from now on, I think we might just keep it keep for Monday. So if not, we'll be on Tuesday. 6 o'clock might work better for us as well on Tuesdays. Just got a crazy itinerary and schedule. Just follow Lightning Esports on iRacing and, of course, Speed Zone TV for whenever we will go live, and we'll carry this all the way to the end of the season, including tonight. There is 3 races left in the regular season or in the season for the championship. We're back underway. Jason Blaney inside on the hole shot. Robert Kahn will follow. The man that's been the Pied Piper of the series, Robert Warrens, is back in 4th. He's got 4 wins on the year. Right now, there's the man right there in that number 4 position. There you see him at the 95, the driver there. Beautiful looking race car battling Corey Stahl up on the high side. And there is the man Warrens on the bottom of the racetrack. Working lap number 16 of 80. Closing in on about 1/4 of the way, or 1/3 of the way. Actually, 1/4 of the race. 80 laps the distance as they work the back straightaway down into single file mode. Here comes now Warrens now trying to go after that spot for Kahn. He does get around Stahl. There's Robert Kahn now up on the outside lane. Here comes now Warrens on the bottom. making that run for that spot. All this going on as they cross the line, still single file. Put another lap on the board. Right now, your leader, Jason Blaney. There you see, obviously, Robert Kahn. Let's pick up Jason Blaney up ahead of him by not much. There you see it right there. Down that back straightaway, going into the corner. Beautiful looking double deuce of Jason Blaney here on the 18 to 20 precision banking corners here at the Homestead Miami Speedway. Working back off the corner, now single file. Jason Blaney still up in front. Doing really good job of that number 22 machine, hitting his marks, comfortably in the lead. So another lap gets put on the board here. There you see Blaney, Kahn, Warnes, Stahl, Tiller, top 5. That's the way it looks right now as these drivers working their way around the racetrack. Thanks to Lightning Esports for obviously sponsoring the Next Gen Series. Lightning Esports. Next Gen Cup cars. These are these Gen 6 cars, obviously. Back straightaway into the corner. It's Jason Blaney, Robert Kahn, Robert Warnes, Corey Stahl, John Tiller, top 5. There you see the shuffle of the Jason Henry car. The Valvoline colors getting a little loose working off of the exit of turn 4. Carries that up against the safer barrier all the way back to the bottom of the apron into turn 1 and 2. Working now 21 of 80 laps when they come to the line. It is an 80-lap race. Right now, of course, we had a couple of caution flags to start this event, but now things have kind of simmered down, if you will. Now this position battle going on off the corner. Look at this between Chantel Pottle, Pride out of Canada, battling there in that 5 machine to the bottom. The 94. That obviously Robert Reynolds. Reynolds getting cleared by the machine of Pottle. As right now they work their way back up into turn number 1. Reynolds now opening that advantage away from the 10th place car. Put also the 5 of Pottle now back on the inside. She's going to try to battle back with Reynolds for this spot as this goes on to the back straightaway. Watching on also is Nathan Line in that 11th position. So Jason Blaney in the lead. There you see his car right now continuing to be the front runner as they work their way down the back straightaway here at Virtual Homestead. Blaney, Kahn, Warnes, Tiller, Stahl, the top 5. DePasquale, Hoffert, Henry, Reynolds, Pottle, top 10. That's the way it is. Line, Babb, right out. Schussler, who brought out the first caution, Schussler did, followed by Luttrell and Burke. On the racetrack, Shane Ledoux is a lap down. Jason Vickery is 11 laps down. Michael Bollinger is already out, but I don't even think he started the race. And we're at Virtual Homestead Miami Speedway, and there is still a lot of racing obviously left to go here in this event. I want to remind you to check out Speed Zone TV. If I remember correctly, in addition to Speed Zone TV doing the iRacing broadcast, they also offer helping out with officiating, race control, helping, other series or leagues do events officiating. So definitely check it out. Speed Zone TV, obviously on Facebook. They're also on Discord. Hit that subscribe button via YouTube if you've not already done so as well. Jason Blaney continuing to lead them. Obviously, another lap on the board. Blaney, Kahn, Tiller, Warren, Stahl, top five. Here comes now Warren's under attack. On the inside comes the 33. This is Stahl trying to get it back around Warren's. Warren's will now be aggressive, and this opens the door to DePasquale. Johnny DePasquale from the outside down to the inside, and he's going to now hook up with the other car of Stahl to try to one-up the Warren's machine. Robert Warren's, though, will not be denied and continues the battle back. Hello to VBR Racing Network. Thank you. Right now working lap number 29 of 80. This time by will close in on lap 30, 10 to the halfway mark of this event right now. Jason Blaney in the lead, Robert Kahn second, John Tiller third, Corey Stahl, Robert Warrens. Here's on the battle to the inside. This is DePasquale. And DePasquale will battle Warrens. Warrens on the outside. Here comes also now Matthew Hofford in this battle. This is for fourth, fifth, and sixth. Seventh looking on as well as they go to one. Closing in on 10 laps to cross flags. 50 laps to go here in tonight's Lightning Esports Next Gen Series event for iRacing on Speed Zone TV from Homestead, Miami. 42, DePasquale up high. Warren's back to the bottom. Here comes now Warren's with Hofford to follow. Inside, Robert Warren's 4 wins on the year. The Pied Piper of the series, if you will. Robert Warren's with 4 wins. Jason Blaney with 1 win. Blaney now is obviously the driver up in front. He is looking to get his 2nd win if he can pull it off tonight here at Homestead. Watching the 27 now. Understanding the 27 is actually the 16 of John Tiller. Time and scoring is going to show him as the driver in third with the red 16, but he's actually the orange and silver 27. John Tiller there, deciding to change up his numbers before tonight's race. All good in the neighborhood. There's, of course, the 42, DePasquale. He got high there earlier, and it really made things interesting. Between, of course, now Robert Reynolds, Jason Henry. They're trying to run him down. All this happening now in that 7th spot for Johnny DePasquale. We had a couple of cautions come out in the opening first 15 laps of the race. Since then, it's kind of been a green flag run. As right now, Jason Blaney on the hunt to try to get his 2nd win on the Lightning Esports Next Gen Cup Series here from virtual Homestead Miami Speedway. And there you see him down the back straightaway in his own world. The interval now from Robert Kahn on back is close to 1.5 seconds, if you will. As they cross the line, there you see him at the start-finish line. continuing to increase that interval, actually. It's now close to 3-4 seconds back. Robert Kahn trying to get back in this battle. Of course, John Tiller as well. I don't know if the interval is working. I think it might be off a little bit. So, oh, hold on. As the 21, Robert Kahn almost into the safer barrier on the back straightaway. What a save Kahn made. And right now, there you see him back in second spot. Nowhere in sight is the leader, Jason Blaney, as they work across the start-finish line. There you see him now, a little bit of a view of the lead car up ahead. As you see now, Kahn riding, sparks flying on the passenger side of the Ford as he scrapes it off the outside safer barrier. That's that Still and Foam energy resistance barrier here at the virtual Homestead Miami Speedway. And every time he smacks that wall, you see it in a shower of sparks on the passenger side. This time, as he works off 3 and 4, he keeps it off the wall. But in doing so, getting into the wall, Kahn lost ground on Jason Blaney. That's who's up ahead. Blaney on the bottom. Kahn just seems like he's locked on the top. Oh, is he going to hit the wall again? Seems like he's trying to get himself a Darlington stripe, if you will. This time keeps it off the wall. Works into turn number 3 again. So Blaney, Kahn, Tiller, Stahl, Warnes, top 5. And here comes Robert Kahn deciding to come to the pit lane. This will put John Tiller now to second. Robert Kahn on pit road just before halfway. So Jason Blaney still in the lead. John Tiller, here comes now the 33 of Corey Stahl on pit road. These are scheduled pit stops. Jason Henry on pit road. Also, it looks like Chris Schussler is back on pit road of the 91. All these drivers having pit stops here. Whoa, is that the leader? Yes, it is. Jason Blaney crashing on pit road entrance. This will not trigger a caution, but my goodness, the damage is done on the Clark's double deuce of Jason Blaney's car. Smoke bellowing from the tailpipe, so that 22 entry as he comes to pit road. This might just took him out of the run for the win. This is my first time calling this series. Do they have a fast repair? I don't think they do. They do get one fast repair. Okay. So there is a mulligan, if you will. They do got a fast repair. And let's check back in, obviously, on Blaney and see if he took that fast repair as John Diller just dropped to the bottom of the apron trying to commit to come to the pit lane. There you see the 22 Ford, all brand spanking new. But that mulligan is gone and used up. Jason Blaney back to 10th now. John Tiller, the 27, the leader, not anymore. He's on pit road, and we got one guy getting slammed on the bottom of the apron. Johnny DePasquale could have triggered a caution, saves the 42 on the inside of pit road. He's on the pit lane, entering on the apron. He could have got hit. The 5 of Chantel Pottle tagged him. Chantel able to continue along. DePasquale saves the 42. He's on pit road. Robert Reynolds now the new leader, by the way, in the 94. And there you see him up ahead. There's Jason Blaney bypassing the driver, Robert Reynolds. Robert Reynolds, 5 wins this year. If he pulls this off tonight, I'm sorry, no, that's Robert Warnes. My apologies, and he's actually a lap down. Robert Warnes is way in the back of the 14th position. Sorry, wrong Robert. Robert Reynolds now the new leader. Chantel Pottle, what do you know? The number 5. There you see the lady from Canada. Right there, beautiful looking race car in that number 5 machine in the second spot. Chris Luttrell third. Matthew Hofford just came to the pit lane, by the way, in the 84. There's the 00. There goes Hofford. We are after halfway here as well as green flag pit stops have begun and are closely concluding. Robert Reynolds in the top spot. There you see the 76. That's Mike Rideout. So Rideout will work his way off of turn 4. Right now currently in the 4th spot on the racetrack. Just after halfway, by the way. We're in the second half of this race. 37 laps to go. So we are approaching 3/4 of the way through. There you see Tiller's machine. John Tiller now back to 9th. He's the first car on the lead lap. Back in 8th. Or the last car on the lead lap, I mean to say. My apologies. Johnny DePasquale now a lap down. There you see John Tiller. Obviously, as I mentioned, at 8th spot, trying to go after Corey Stahl for 7th. And right behind them is the leader, Robert Reynolds. In that 94, obviously you watch these guys battle, and there you see the leader of Reynolds trying to pick him off and put him down 2 for 1 if he can lap him. That'll put only down, if he can catch Stahl and Tiller, 6 cars on the lead lap. But obviously the man that dominated the opening laps of this race, Jason Blaney, would be the next man on the tail end of the lead lap. The Lightning Esports Next Gen Series rolling on with 35 to go. Hey, first time tonight at Homestead. Let's crank it up with these guys and gal. .32 laps to go. You're still seeing more drivers pilling onto the pit lane, and those that are up in front now include Chantel Pottle as the new leader. Mike Rideout to second as the 94 of course, that driver, Robert Reynolds, fell back to 8th. Here comes now Chantel Pottle. She'll drop onto the pit lane. She'll give up the lead. Chris Luttrell is on pit road again. Johnny DePasquale on pit road again. There you see also the 76, Mike Rideout, also on pit road. This will cycle back around in a moment to Robert Kahn in 21, who was in second before the cycle of pit stops happened, behind, obviously, the man that dominated the first starting of the race of Jason Blaney. But right now, Chantel Pottle still showing the leader, but whenever Robert Kahn gets back out on track, I don't know. Chantel Pottle, she might have enough time to possibly stay on or exit off the track exit off pit road, get back on track and be in the lead. There you see the 5. But, yeah, that's all going to change now as here comes the 21. Back to the lead. Robert Kahn, Jason Blaney now to second. Flip-flop the 21 and 22 as it was at the beginning of the race. John Tiller on the 27 car to third now. And Corey Stahl fourth. Chantel Pottle has now fell back to 6th, 7th, maybe more. 10th place now for the number 5 as we're approaching 30 laps to go. Welcome for those that are watching on Speed Zone TV. This is tape delayed coverage of Sunday night's Lightning Esports Next Gen Cup Series event. This is the most previous race for the series. I'm Wesley Outlet. And right now, Robert Kahn is the man that is leading the way here at Virtual Homestead Miami Speedway. Jason Blaney second. Those drivers were 1 and 2. But as I mentioned, you flip-flopped them earlier in the start of the race. John Tiller, who is scored as 16, but he's actually in the silver, blue, and orange 27. There you see him on the Speed Zone TV monitor in third. Corey Stahl is fourth. Robert Reynolds right now the top 5. Robert Warnes on his quest for 5 wins right now. He's got 4 wins on the year. Is in 6th. Jason Henry 7th. Matthew Hoffert 8th. Nathan Line just got around Matthew Hoffert for 8th. Matthew Hoffert's now 9th. Chantel Pottle is 10th. Chris Schlussler. And Schlussler brought out the original caution at the start. He is in 11th. Chris Luttrell, the 00, is right now back in 12th. Unofficially, it looks like those are the 12 drivers that are on the lead lap. Timing and scoring looks cattywampus as far as the behind interval. I don't know what that's all about because I just don't see any way that John Tiller is 1 minute and 6 seconds behind Robert Kahn, or 1 minute 52 seconds for like Corey Stahl. So something's not right with the scoring, if you will, as far as the telemetry behind. But the number and the leader position is correct. As right now, Robert Kahn continuing to run away with this one as we move into the home stretch. This is the, I think Chan was telling me we're down to 3 races left to go in this schedule. So tonight, obviously, Homestead, Miami. Next week will be, Chan, if you can tell me in my ear, what are the final 2 races for the season, if you know? And the finale. So Richmond will be the upcoming race next week, is what I've been told. So I haven't really had a chance to really look up all this information. So Richmond and Phoenix. Okay, so Richmond and Phoenix are your last 2 races that will be on the schedule for the Lightning Esports Next Gen Cup Series. So Richmond next week. And then, of course, Phoenix for the championship. And right now, tentatively, they race on Sunday night. And then we come back either Monday, tentatively Monday night, and we'll voice track it. Maybe Tuesday if our schedules are too conflicted on Monday. But right now, there you see the 22. Jason Blaney looked so good in the, if you will, first start of the race. And the Clark double deuce. Remember, wrecked entering onto pit road, tore the entire front end off of his car, had to use a fast repair after crashing entering the pits, not on track. And obviously he is right now in that 2nd spot. Robert Kahn, Jason Blaney. There's, again, obviously John Tiller 3rd. There's Corey Stahl, by the way. Patella 33 Chevrolet, the number 4 spot for that car. Beautiful looking car. Followed by Robert Reynolds in 5th. But not for long. Here comes Robert Warnes, the 95, down on the bottom, trying to battle Reynolds. Both of these guys have had success or have led earlier in this race. Obviously, Robert Warnes is looking for his 5th win on the series. If he pulls it off, he's the man that had a 4-point lead, or 5-point lead, actually, coming into tonight's race here at Homestead, Miami. He has a 5-point lead over the driver of John Tiller. So how important is Tiller to be ahead of Warrens by more positions? Definitely. As we move into Richmond and Phoenix for the finale, those points, those positions are paramount. As right now we're closing in on 3/4 of the way. 20 laps to go when they come to the line. It'll be lap number 60. As right now you see the leader, Robert Kahn, up in front. Beautiful looking race car. He had some problems earlier in the start as well, but shaked it off and put himself in a good spot. Now he's at the bottom of the apron. Boy, hold on there. Don't want to go that too low on the apron of the racetrack as he quickly gets back up into the preferred line. This is a racetrack that offers precision banking. We mentioned the banking 18 to 20 degrees, 55 feet wide racing surface around the Homestead Miami Speedway. This track, from the camera angles, might not show it, but it is a lot more wider than people think, and it can be a very racy facility. As right now under 20 laps to go when Robert Kahn comes to the line. There's lap traffic up ahead with Kahn leading. He works off turn 4, slowly, methodically working his way, reeling in these machines up ahead that are on the tail end of the lead lap, trying to fight to stay on the lead lap, if you will. And let's see if there's a couple of cars that are going to go a lap down by Kahn. Here he comes down the back straightaway. His first man he'll pick off will be a driver that's already multiple laps down, Chris Schussler, who had problems earlier in the race. He'll now go another lap down. Now he'll set his sights on Luttrell and Pottle up ahead and try to at least put 9 cars on the lead lap, as you see Luttrell and Pottle trying to scamper away from the leader, Robert Kahn. Robert Kahn just in another world right now, stealth mode, if you will, pulling away from all these guys. There you see the 00. That, of course, is Chris Luttrell. And behind him, he says, "Here, kitty, kitty," getting closer and closer and closer, like a predator going after his prey, is that 21 machine of Robert Kahn. But look up ahead, up on the top of the safer barrier, working off turn number 4, down to the line with 17 to go now. Here comes Jason Blaney. Yeah, Jason Blaney is trying to do everything he can to close in on Robert Kahn. So as Robert Kahn begins to have his little battles going on, Jason Blaney trying, if you will, to stay and compete with a chance to run down Robert Kahn. Maybe he's hoping for a late race caution to try to seal the deal. But as all this is going on, it is still Robert Kahn, Jason Blaney, John Tiller. That's how they stand right now. And there you see the leader again. There's Kahn. He'll now set his sights on a couple of more machines as he's reeling in a 2-for-1 special. The Chris Luttrell and Chantel Pottle up ahead. Pottle in 9th, Luttrell in 8th. Robert Kahn running them down, and he is reeling them in. All of this happening now as they work off of turn number 4 to the line. 15 to go now. 15 to go. Stay away from the outside and try to throw the block on Kahn. That's exactly what Luttrell is trying to do in the red 00. Here comes now another machine peeling back onto the racetrack from the blend line off of pit road. There's the Valvoline colors. Back on racetrack again of Jason Henry. All the while, Kahn inside, driver left to the door of Luttrell. The 10, oh, look at this. Kahn's on pit road. He backed away. Jason Blaney's on pit road. John Tiller is on pit road. Robert Warren's on pit road. 15 laps to go, and we got the money stop here. There's the Elliott Sadler Esports, number 95, Robert Warren's again. Back on track, Tiller in front of Warren's. The admin box 27. Timing and scoring shows him as 16, but he is in the 27 car. Now, this will make it interesting. By the way, here's something to think about as well. They're in a very long green flag run. Second time tonight we're seeing the green flag pit stops happen because we had the opening 15 laps, 2 cautions to stall the race. But since then, they have been in a massive, long green flag run as this race is closing in on the finish here. 13 to go. There you see the 94. Robert Reynolds, strategy indeed for that Chevrolet. He's up in front now. Correction, I apologize. I think I said Chevrolet, it's a Ford. Ford Mustang, beautiful looking race car. As Robert Reynolds is the new leader. Nathan Line is back to second. Let's pick up him. We haven't really showed him a lot tonight. Nathan Line in the Dubby Energy machine right there in second, doing well. There's Robert Kahn, who was in the lead. He was trying to run down, obviously, Luttrell and Pottle, and then he had to pit. Well, this changes everything now because Robert Reynolds is the leader with 12 laps to go. Robert Kahn now back to second. Nathan Line is third as you're watching him now work around the racetrack. Now Kahn goes back to second, Nathan Line to third. Chantel Pottle is fourth. Chris Luttrell back on the lead lap in the top 5 as well. Right out, Blaney, Burke. Schussler on the lead lap again, but he's on pit road now. Tiller is back to 9th. Corey Stahl to 10th. Robert Warrens is now 11th. And we are closing in on the finish of this race with Reynolds in the lead, closing in on 10 laps to go when they come to the line. There's the 94 up in front. Robert Reynolds hitting his marks. Robert Warrens, by the way, a lap down, fighting to get back on the lead lap. There you see the battle. As that Elliott Sadler Esports, number 95, trying to run back down the 94 to get back on the lead lap. Hopefully he'll get a caution. Hopefully he can get back in here. Johnny DePasquale about to go another lap down. He drops to the inside in the W Energy Ford, number 42. Lets another 94. Reynolds have at it. But now Warrens is lost ground on the 94 of Reynolds. DePasquale splits them. There goes Kahn. He's in second, inside. Battle behind them, the 91. Chris Schlussler in the Sunoco entry. Schlussler crashed earlier. Beautiful Sunoco race car. And right now back to 14th. There is 10 drivers on the lead lap. We're in single digits with 9 to go. Let's pick up the leader again, Robert Reynolds. He's the guy that's up in front now. As you see a shot of line, he was battling some more lap traffic. There you see the leader, Reynolds, in his own world. Crosses the line now. 8 laps to go. We'll continue to follow the leader down to the end, but let's pick up some more of the action. Let's go back to where obviously that battle was with Nathan Line. Correction, now that's hashtag fake news. Nathan Line's put the W Energy 38 in the pit lane. He could not finish the race. He had to pit. 8, make it 7 to go. Chantel Pottle from Canada A, getting it right now in the 3rd spot. She'll have a top podium finish. Robert Reynolds, Robert Kahn, Chantel Pottle in that 3rd spot. 2 men and a lady, if you will. Here at Homestead as we come to the home stretch of this race. Pardon the pun. 7, now make it 6 laps to go for Robert Reynolds when he comes to the line. There you see the leader, Robert Reynolds, doing a phenomenal job, the 94. In his own world, if you will, now. Let's see if we can go on board with the 94. Let's go in the cockpit and see what he sees in his view. There he is. And right now, with that Max Pappas steering wheel, He sees nothing but a little clear air, kind of car up ahead, is what I would say. Right now, Robert Reynolds enjoying a Tuesday afternoon drive, if you will, here at Virtual Homestead, Miami. Now remember, this race was on Sunday night, but he is the man that is leading the way in that 94 machine as these laps continue to tick away. Thanks to everybody that's watching. The archives of this race will be up as soon as we go live off the air, so you can go back and watch again. Right now, our tentative plan is to do Richmond and Phoenix for the championship finale for the Lightning Esports Next Gen Cup Series. Planning to do it Monday nights. If not, we can do it Tuesdays. But I think Monday is what we're shooting for. We just had a schedule conflict yesterday, and that's why we couldn't do it on Monday. But right now, nonetheless, Robert Kahn, there you see him in second, trying to run down Reynolds. So is time running out. We're down to 6 miles remaining, 4 laps to go. Robert Reynolds, there's the leader. Robert Kahn, you saw him all the way back. Let's try to find a speed shot, if you will, from the leader cam to the men in second, third on back so we can see the interval from these cars. Look at this now as they come off of turn 4. There you see the leader, Robert Reynolds. So there's Reynolds, and then Robert Kahn is with 3 to go, way, way, way in the back. As you see now, the 84 battle, the WeatherTech entry, Chevrolet on the bottom. That's Matthew Hoffert trying to get his lap back. I think Reynolds just let him have it. He just, looking at the bigger picture. Reynolds is working his way to turn 4. There is Kahn. As there you see also, I believe, the Sunoco car. There's Chris Schussler. And there is Kahn across the line. 2 laps to go. There's the interval. You see it. He's on the back straightaway. Reynolds is. Kahn is in turn 1. Fighting some more lap machine. Robert Reynolds is the man that is leading them here as they work into turn number 3 and 4. Car number 94, Robert Reynolds, looking to try to lock up his first win if he can get it done. He works off turn 4 to the line. White flag is in the air. 1 more lap to go for 94. Robert Reynolds, Robert Kahn, nowhere in sight. The interval says close to 8-9 seconds back. Chantel Pottle is going to get a podium for 3rd. That lady from Canada, if she holds on to her spot. They're coming to the checkered flag, this time by on the road to the end of the season for the Lightning Esports Next Gen Cup Series. Here comes Robert Reynolds off of turn number 4. He will win here at Homestead. Robert Reynolds, first win of the year for the driver of the 94. Robert Kahn, here he comes with lap traffic up ahead, crosses the line, nothing wrong with Silver, and Chantel Pottle with a solid run to finish in 3rd when this race is over. Here comes the rest of the field coming to the line. Checkered flag will fly. Chris Luttrell with a solid run in 4th. Jason Blaney with a top 5. And look at Robert Reynolds. Reynolds is going to celebrate and, as they say, burn it down here at Virtual Homestead Miami Speedway. He'll pick up the win here tonight in the Lightning Esports Next Gen Cup Series race tonight at Homestead Miami. Next week, we're on to Richmond. Then we're on to Phoenix. The penultimate race is going to be a short track battle at the Action Track. It's going to be a fun one. I think everybody is going to enjoy it. Let's give you the full field rundown one more time before we sign off on Speed Zone TV. Robert Reynolds will finish in 2nd. Robert Reynolds is the winner. Robert Kahn will finish in 2nd. Good run for Chantel Pottle. She'll finish 3rd. Chris Luttrell is 4th. Jason Blaney in the top 5. Mike Rideout, John Tiller, Corey Stahl, Matthew Hoffert, and Robert Warnes is your top 10. Rest of the rundown of 19 attendees includes Jason Henry, Nathan Line, Chris Schussler, Sean Burke, Shane Ledoux, Johnny DePasquale, Bab, Wally Babb, Jeffrey Vickery, and Michael Bollinger. There were 2 cautions that halted the race here at Homestead. Big win for Robert Reynolds, and we go to Richmond next week. Follow Speed Zone TV on YouTube. Hit that subscribe, as well as on Facebook and more. For producer, director of Speed Zone TV, Shan Pottle, I'm Wesley Outland. Congratulations to Robert Reynolds, winner tonight at Homestead, Miami. We'll see you again next week at Richmond Raceway.